What's up, you guys? It's King Proverbs. That's my first time saying my name on this channel, so if you didn't know how to pronounce it, that's how you pronounce it. And I'm doing a Q&A because, you know, we just hit 50K subscribers. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, we just hit 50K, so I wanted to do this Q&A because the whole reason I started YouTube is because I want to, like, make new friends, like, people like me, same interests as me. So to do that, I got to get to know y'all, y'all got to get to know me. So I asked y'all to ask me questions. And I separated it, so I have like the general questions right here. I'm gonna answer those first, and then at the end I'm gonna do like the Japanese stuff, because I got a lot of questions on how I study Japanese and if I could give you guys study tips. So stick around to the end for that, and let's get into it. Alright, first question. How do you speak Japanese when you're black?
Telephone.
What's your top 5 anime? My top 5 anime would be Attack on Titan, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, Erased, and Code Geass. Can you actually speak Japanese, or do you learn to speak sentences before using them? ちゃんと日本語話せるよ。意外でしょ? Nah, I'm joking. But not, well, I'm not joking. I can actually speak Japanese to a decent level, like intermediate. But for the Attack on Titan video, which is what he's referring to, I had the transcript for it. So I had to transcribe it myself. So that's why it looks like that. But yeah, I just drilled this over and over again. That's how I memorized the speech. Alright, next I got a question from one of my Japanese subscribers. And he said, なぜあなたは日本語を話せますが、友達は話せませんか? この質問はちょっとわかんない。そのビデオには俺だけいた。友達いなかった。両方は俺ら。Who's your favorite athlete and why? My favorite athlete is Steph Curry because A, he's the GOAT. For real, no LeBron, no MJ, it's Curry. And just look at this.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
When did you decide to become a video creator? Alright, so being a video creator is something I've kind of wanted to do for a while. What really inspired me to start was like my favorite YouTubers, RDC World 1, Caleb City, Lennar, Long Beach Griffey, like all of them. I just see them, like, and I watch their videos and I'm like, dang, if I knew them in person, like, we would be like best friends. I just want to make a community of people with same interests as me, similar to me, because I feel like it's not always easy to find people like that like everything that you like. So if I could create that community, then I thought that would be dope. So that's really why I wanted to start. Who's your favorite AOT character and overall anime character? My favorite AOT character is Hanji. And overall anime character, I gotta go with Shikamaru. When is that collab with RDC coming? Man, the day you guys see me collab with RDC, just know I made it. Like, that is my ultimate dream collab. If I get in an RDC video, or if I get RDC in one of my videos, then I'm gonna be happy. Alright, what makes you want to watch anime? Anime is just fire. Like, good stories, good fights. I like psychological anime too. It's just a good time. Like, I don't know why anybody wouldn't like it. What kind of PC do you have, and PC or console? I have a NZXT starter PC Plus, but I do prefer console over PC. Who's the ugliest in your family? I don't know. But it ain't me. Ew! What position did you play in football? I played receiver, corner, and safety. Would you rather give up anime forever or become vegan forever? That's tough, but I'm giving up anime. Have you ever watched the Fate series? I have not. If you could be any Titan shifter, which one would you be? I'd have to go with the Warhammer Titan. If you use that right, there should be no way you could stop that. Like, you can create any weapon you could conceive of, basically. So yeah, I'm going with the Warhammer. And it looks dope. What anime are you watching recently? Alright, so right now I'm watching Fire Force. I need to watch ReZero Season 2. Oh yeah, Higurashi. I'm watching Higurashi with one of my friends right now. That's pretty dope. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It looks trash, but it's not. Alright, so that was the last of the general questions. So now I'm going to get into the Japanese tips. And disclaimer, I am not in any way, shape, or form fluent in Japanese. I'd say I'm right middle intermediate level. So I'm not a beginner, so I can teach you the basics, but I'm not qualified to just teach you the whole language. But I will give you some good tips though, because I think I'm pretty good at it. The first thing I recommend you do if you're gonna start learning Japanese is learn to read and write. So if you didn't already know, Japanese has 3 writing systems, which are hiragana, katakana, and kanji. Kanji, we're not talking about that at the beginning because that's a whole adventure. But hiragana and katakana, there's about 46 of each, I think, but they're not that hard. So if you study every day, you could probably learn them in about a week. So yeah, learn those first because not only will it help with your pronunciation of words, but it'll just make your life a whole lot easier, like learning vocabulary and stuff. My second tip is to download this app called Anki. It's a spaced repetition system where you put in flashcards. As you're studying them, you select how hard it was for you to remember the card. There's usually like 3 options, like hard, medium, easy. And depending on which one you choose, that's how long it will wait before it shows you the card again. So let's say you get a word like sushi. And sushi, since it's the same in English, is probably going to be easy. So you say easy, I know what that is. Then it'll be like, okay, we'll show you this card again in 1 month. And when you're in the app, you can search for pre-created decks. So the one I recommend the most is the Japanese Core 2000 words. It's basically the most common 2000 words in the Japanese language. And it has, you know, audio, pictures, and all that stuff to help you memorize them. So if you get the app, download this deck and study those, and you'll get a good base of vocabulary. My third tip is to get the Genki books to study grammar. Right now there's 2 books. There's an orange one for the first and the green one for the second. And I have the links in my description to all the, you know, the books that I'm recommending in this. So make sure you check down there. But yeah, get these books. I think they're structured really well and in an easy to understand way to learn Japanese. So I use those for grammar, but not so much for vocabulary because I use Anki for that. Alright, my fourth and most important tip is to consume Japanese media as much as you can. So basically, that could be anything in like the form of movies, anime, music, manga, reading. Basically anything you could do in English for fun, just find a way to do it in Japanese for fun. Like this right here, this is Japanese stories for beginners. But it's a bilingual book, so like it has the story in English on one page, and then the Japanese is on the other side. So basically, like when you're reading the Japanese part, you already read the English part, so you understand. And this manga right here is called Yotsuba. It's a really good beginner manga. Like it's the first manga that I've actually been able to read where I understand most of it, so I highly recommend that. And yeah, listen to music and watch anime. It's kind of a hot topic between some people, like whether you can learn from anime or not. I think you definitely can. It just depends on how you use it. Like if you only try to use anime to learn, you're not going to learn anything, but it's a great supplement. So I'll say there's 3 steps to using anime to learn Japanese. First one is just watching Japanese dub with English subtitles. But when you're watching, you have to like focus on listening, because if you just watch and you're just reading and all into the show, then you won't get anything. But really focus on listening, and you'll start to slowly hear words that you learn from your Anki deck. You'll be like, oh wow, that's cool. So yeah, first step, watching with subtitles. And the second step is like when you're getting more intermediate, more comfortable with the language and reading and writing, you turn on the Japanese subtitles. So it's gonna be hard, you're not gonna understand most of it, but having the Japanese subtitles will help you hear the words clearly because you'll be seeing them as well. So you'll start to understand more and more as you do that. And the third step is just completely getting rid of the subtitles. Now this one is the hardest because when you first do it, you're gonna not understand most of the show. And that's the step I'm at right now. Like I watch without subtitles, but I only understand like 30 to 40% of what's happening. The step is really helpful in like learning to parse the words so it doesn't just sound like a cluttered mess. Like you can actually make sense of what you're hearing. So yeah, definitely listen to as much native Japanese as you can. Alright, so that about sums up everything I had to say in this video. If you stayed this long, you're a real one. Thank you for watching. Comment down Potato Girl so I know you stayed to the end, and obviously I'll heart it. And if I didn't answer your question in this video, just comment it down below and I'll reply to it. Oh, and I got a new video dropping for you guys this Monday, and it's not going to be one like the short ones. It's going to be like a full-length video. So look out for that, and I'm out. Woo!